Yay!
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, Mercury retrograde. We tried to do this yesterday, but we're here today with Mars in Pisces going through a conjunction with Saturn in Pisces. Saturn in Pisces has been for a little while. Woo. I got my little sound bowl. I hope to give you a little cleansing if the internet allows it. That said, I do want to remind y'all that starting tomorrow, I'm going to open up the 67% off flash sale for the eclipse. Okay, the Aries
67%.
67% it makes no sense. Yes, it makes no sense. But it's here. All right. That's my 12th house offering giving I was told to do. I'm here to do it. All right. So do remember and go ahead and take a moment to check out that link. Okay, you'll see it. And tomorrow I'm going to open it up. So you're not going to be able to book until tomorrow. But once tomorrow happens, you'll see it on my website. You won't see it. It's going to automatically appear from April 8th, okay, to the 14th, my birthday. Yay! All right, Aries season, we're here. Now we're back. And then to the message. All right, we got Haley Bruja, another one. Curtis asking what time right now. Okay. And so we're going to give all 12 forecasts. I'm going to see if this holds because it feels like it. This is the F note, right? That's the heart chakra. I know it's the heart chakra.
I think it was F sharp. Yeah.
F sharp. All right, just to take a moment to just settle the energy down, bring in Pisces in a gentle, compassionate manner with the passion still rolling because we are in assertive energy with Mars here. So, all 12 signs, what is your understanding of Mars and Pisces hitting the conjunction with Saturn and Pisces?
Well, first of all, it's a very hard-working season because you have the energy of Mars and the limitations of Saturn. So it is allowing us to have a very focused and clear state of mind. Like our willpower is going to be enormous, but it's also very sensitive in the way where Saturn is also like not allowing Mars just to go run wild around the forest and just do whatever they want and they please in the moment. So this is a perfect time for long-term goals. What is your long-term goal? The kind of work that requires a lot of intense focus, that requires a lot of like seemingly menial tasks, things that used to make you tired, because now Saturn is just going to give us this light us a feather, steep us aboard, light us a feather, steep us aboard. Yeah, you brought me back to the sleepovers.
What's up, E? Good to see you, E. All right.
Yeah, but I was saying that Saturn is just going to allow us to have this hard-working focus. Now, on the downside, I do understand that there's going to be repercussions in the sexual, how do you say it? Like sexual...
S-E-X.
like the, it's not appetite, but it's something...
I think sexual appetite, that works.
Yeah, because it is just where are you focusing your energy. And remember, all of these words is coming from the sacral chakra. So it makes a lot of sense that the sexual appetite it is not going to be as strong because we're going to be focusing on the hard work that we do, like actual physical work. Yeah,
no, it makes a lot of sense. So wherever your house sign is going to be, we'll go Aries all the way up through Pisces. Understand that your sexual energy is being driven in this particular house with that focus. So I see people already saying, one saying I've been more sexually active. That's an indication. One saying, I don't know what the other votes were, but take a moment to vote if you're watching this via YouTube and see like just what you're feeling, just to get a tune up and a check-in, because Saturn is about reality. So bringing reality to our karma, bringing reality to long-term solutions, long-term healing modalities with our sexual energy being used towards the freedom of our career, the freedom within our career, the freedom from our titles, the freedom from our status, all right? Because Saturn in Pisces is ruling the 11th and the 10th house, which is all about literally letting go of and surrendering the titles to success, the titles to what your parents defined success as and how they structured you and disciplined you to become successful in the way that they were taught.
Oh yeah, because it's also defying authority. Like
Exactly.
they don't like being bound by someone else's authority. Like,
Exactly.
I want my rules.
Boom. Because Pisces is a highly moralistic sign. Pisces is a sign who's very much in tune with what does spirit say my title is? And does that title of spirit actually align with your personal integrity and integrity of your karma that you were here to essentially dish back out and distribute as you receive and give? And as you give and receive, Pisces is this ultimate balance of abundance and the ability to be more receptive, be more in the now, be more in the moment, be more in the flow. Be aligned with the intuition of your career. Be aligned with the imagination of your grand hopes and dreams. Mars conjunct Saturn is actually at this point where Pisces season is over. Mars is like that last energy there. Neptune's not moving until 2025. So my point is, we're being asked right now to use this sexual drive to do what we've already become consciously aware of, aka Pisces season, consciously aware of the karmic mission and role we've been assigned. So with that said, let's go ahead and get into it. You want to give us an overall card reading for this transit?
Sure.
We got a runner.
Oh yeah, the Eight of Wands. So we have, look how cute this card is. So you know why I like it? Because it actually gives an understanding. Usually the Eight of Wands card in the normal tarot, it's just like the Rider White one. It's just the 8 buttons, and it's like, okay, but what does that mean? And here she's actually like flying, so we can see that she's moving. And the Eight of Wands is all about moving, and it is wands, so it is fast. It's a lot of action that is gonna happen fast, and I feel that it has a lot to do with this Mars, and we're still in Aries season, so it is our intuition to just go fast and do stuff. And like, okay, just like right before the live, he was like, hey, do you want something? And he was upstairs, I was downstairs, and I was like, oh yeah. And I was gonna go up and get it, and he's like, no, I'm an Aries. And he just was like right there with me, and like, here it is. So it is a lot of that feelings that we're having right now. It is a season where we have the eclipse coming too on April 8th. So a lot of things, especially if we have been resisting change, it is gonna come crashing. Like, it is gonna be a big shock, a big wave. If we're already been doing like our stuff, it's still gonna be somewhat of a shock, but we've been preparing for it. So it is not gonna be as bad as if we just were like blindly walking. So that is the overall reading for this, and also the understanding that both signs are in Pisces still. So there is this balance of trying to help others, but as well help ourselves. Like, do not forget that we still can help ourselves in order to fill our cup and then fill the other's cup.
Facts. So let's get into Aries.
Aries.
All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and give the forecast for Aries of how this Mars in Pisces conjunct Saturn in Pisces is getting ready to impact you. All right. Stubborn universe, kick me into gear. Kick his ass into gear, universe. All right, you said it, and now I said it, so it's going. Okay. Where's that comment? I don't got my Aries.
I'm sorry.
All right. So Aries, Pisces is always your 12th house, right? So for my Aries sun rising, Aries moon, and anybody who has an Aries stellium, okay, if you have more than one planet in Aries, this is how it's going to impact you. Mars is forcing you to be a spiritual warrior. It's forcing you to work through the dream space and take care of your deep, intimate fears. The first fear you have when you wake up, and the more intense fears that you have that circulate in the deep well of emotion. Your emotion and people that you're intimately caring for. So Aries, what's important is you're going to actually be assigned a role right now as a spiritual warrior, not just for the collective, but for somebody that you really love, somebody you're closely intimate with and deeply tied to, whoever you are merged with. You're going to be asked to actually support them and their psychic advancements, okay, as well as them surrendering their own psychic defense or psychic locks. Like if you've ever been psychically locked into a mindset or potentially with a demonic energy, you're going to be one that's going to be fighting this for yourself, but also for your intimate partner. And what you're going to realize is the way in which you want to help somebody you really, really care about is the way in which you're going to actually in return help yourself. And so it's going to be a 1-2 thing. Look at that thumbs up right on her face. So Aries, that's what I have for you here. But Saturn's impact and what you're here to serve for that, it's ultimately going to become, whether you realize it or not, a way that you merge with somebody and become more powerful and actually step into the career at the advanced level, the next step, by, again, surrendering that title, using your actual sexual energy, life force, and vitality to go for the bigger dream, something that is much more magnificent, much more terrifying, where it's like leave the fantasy and step into the present reality, which is actually a future reality waiting for you to be more present now.
So Aries, for you, I only have good news. I have the Chariot. So it does mean like there is still a battle, and I feel like this aligns.
It's a battle time.
Yeah, this aligns perfectly with what he just said. It's just time to go forward and know that you're gonna win. Like the Chariot card, at the end of the day, it is a triumphant card. So just be sure of that. I feel that sometimes that's the thing that we lack the most. Just this certainty that everything is gonna be okay, because it will be okay. And this card is showing us that yes, there's gonna be battles, but at the end of the day, we're gonna win it. So you go, Aries.
Gang, gang, gang.
Gang, gang, gang.
All right, so Aries, hit the thumbs up and the likes button if you're here. I do appreciate y'all. All right, big love to you. We're getting ready to move into Taurus. Going through the dreams. Ooh, on different levels, okay? Huge dream transit, dream time for you. Taurus, you're now in the 11th, okay? So Taurus, what is going on? You're circulating. The word I'm getting is upliftment. I don't even know exactly where that's coming from up front, but you're circulating the upliftment, okay? So of what, of who, of what group, of what society here in the 11th house? These are really phenomenal questions. Nothing is coming to me immediately. I'm feeling like I might need some car guidance, and we got it. It was relatively heavy, but smooth at the same time.
Yeah. All right. Damn. So I actually got like 3 cards.
I know. I saw it.
I was trying to see if I felt one more than the other, but it seemed that it's just like a conjunct message.
Yeah.
So we have the King of Wands in reverse, the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, and the Ace of Wands in reverse. So I already see like a lot of slow movement for you. And even though like it is still the King of Wands and the Ace of Wands is like, it's gonna be bursts and stop, burst and stop, burst and stop, burst and stop. And this is probably because things are about to change. Like you have the Wheel of Fortune, and this is all about change. It in reverse, it means that you're probably in a bad position now, but that is gonna change. Like it is about as above as below kind of thing. So take your time to dream, take your time to think about what do you really want. So even if you have like these random spurts of energy, like I already feel it can be one of 2 things. Either that you feel the energy to do stuff one day and the next one you're completely drained.
Yeah.
Or like more discombobulated movements of like, okay, today I'm going to do this. And then the next day you're like, no, I didn't like that. So I'm going to do this. And that is okay, because at the end of the day, you're discovering what you like. You're discovering what you want to do. You're discovering what is the right path for you in this moment. And when you feel that it's right, then just stick to that path. And it's going to be very clear, because the universe is just going to open all of the doors. And I feel that this is where the Wheel of Fortune comes to play. It's like, if you find yourself stuck, if you find yourself in some place where you don't feel comfortable, then that is obviously not the path to follow. But it's okay, because only this failure is gonna show you the actual door to success. And because also that is a theme for this Mars conjunct Saturn. Like Saturn is just more motivated by the fear of failure rather than the desire for success. So these bursts of energy are just gonna show you like where not to go. A lot of like try and
Try again. Yeah, I get it.
Yeah. So you just keep trying, and you're gonna find the path where you actually need to be.
Yeah, so like she kind of like brought some insight on a different level, like being more afraid to succeed rather than failing, and that was a key that she hit. And so what it's going to require for you, one, to consider what your inner peace is, but two, understand that those bursts of energies are these moments of spontaneous excitement, these moments of spontaneous yes. And as an earth sign, moving in a spontaneous fashion outside the plan, outside your routine, outside your habit is not very comfortable. But Mars in Pisces is the kind of energy where it's allowing you to surrender what you actually think is not comfortable and what actually is. This has actually been somewhat of a projected energy onto you. And karmically speaking, you're in a process right now of letting go of that expectation that actually has been tied onto your soul. And so when I say tied onto your soul, I mean like you were born with the strength of stability, but you were also born with the expression of truth. And sometimes the truth is saying it is time to do something different. It is time to switch and do a complete 180 and understand that yourself in a different way, in a new way, in a way that actually makes you feel bold, courageous, audacious, okay? And helps you kind of break down the structures that your parents placed upon you, the beliefs as well, the philosophies. Some of these structures are in the process of breaking down and going through a dissolution process, meaning they're literally dissolving. They made sense at a point. They were necessary for you to become as mature as you are in the ways that you were, with money, with your food, with your resources, and otherwise. But it's a time now where the people you're associating with, as you like feel and flow into the proper associations, you're going to be in a good space. Yeah. Thank you for hitting the thumbs up and the likes button, Taurus. Thank you for taking off that and helping us out with that next piece.
So, by the way, it was trial and error, the phrase that I was trying to get out.
I'm getting Destiny's Child. If at first you don't succeed, get back up and try again.
Yeah.
Try again. That's Aaliyah.
That's that's a feel for Taurus.
That's Aaliyah. If at first you don't succeed, get back up and try again. Try again. Yeah. Try again. Try again. Ooh. Okay, so Gemini. All right, here's the karmic mission that you're on, and that's what I got. The karmic mission and maturation process is requiring you to be a little more private. And when I say be more private, I mean take a longer time to sit and incubate on your career moves. Take a little more time to sit and not share what you're doing when you're doing it, and just take it a little slower. Pisces is a very slow sign until it's not, right? It doesn't move. It actually is about complete stillness until it's not. When Mars in Pisces, when you're emotionally charged by something, it's much more powerful and impactful than being intellectually stimulated to do a new career endeavor, to create a new program, to create a different discount and way of attracting more clients, attracting more success. Pisces right now, Mars is helping you essentially redefine what that success is and what it means for you. And so if I look at this right here, yes, of course, Saturn is ruling one of your 8th houses. So it's about really getting more deeply in tune with that psychological motivation behind what you do, why you do it, as well as the spiritual understanding of why am I looking to merge with this person in my career space as an astrologer, as a healer, and you put and apply your career to it. And you might realize that you don't really want to spend much time with the people that you've been spending time with just to continue to collect and gain information. You're at the point now where gaining more information is not the process. It's about starting to release the parts of information that does not support your form and understanding of success moving forward. When I say your form of understanding, I'm talking about that psychological drive, that spiritual connection to the thing and person that you wish to mature into. And that's what I have. Mars and Pisces in this conjunction is really helping you redirect that sexual energy in this fashion of assertiveness.
Yeah, and like right on point, I have for you the Empress in reverse. So it is about smothering somebody with your love, like trying to control someone, trying to manipulate, a situation, to the things that you want. And remember that Saturn is just gonna try to limit a lot of that. Like this conjunction is just gonna bring down your desires, and this is helpful because it allows us to see what is it that we truly want and what is it that we truly desire, not just for right now, not just for this moment, but like in the long run. Remember that right now is the moment to focus on long-term goals by doing menial tasks. So
say it again.
Focus on long-term goals by doing menial tasks. Yeah, like let's straight up use and harness this Saturn energy that allows us to just like be more focused on these things and give us the willpower to continue and move on. And for you, it's just about this warning of like, is this warning of do not try to go controlling something because this is what you want in your head or this is what you want right now. Because and I'm somehow thinking about food right now, but you apply it on your relationship or whatever other areas of your life. But thinking of like, okay, hey, I want a hot fudge ice cream right now, and then like, I don't care. And then in the long run, you realize that, okay, the ice cream that I had was super expensive, so it put me away of actually putting those funds into something else that I love. I'm lactose intolerant, so all of that ice cream just made me have the worst night of my life. The sugar just made me actually work in anything right now. So it's again just trying to focus on the long run desire, not in the short term desire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we're gonna bring the music up. Pisces is about that imagination, finding new ways, and I
Art.
feel like art. And so as I get into Cancer, I'm already kind of feeling it. It's like stepping deeper into that imagination with, you might like this, Cancer, a deeper stillness.
Oh yeah.
Right? Like
big hermit season.
Oh yeah,
too.
big hermit season. Okay, listen. So, Cancer, this energy I'm getting is for you to step out into the public and actually be more courageous and mature with the enemies that you're going to face. Mars and Pisces is transiting this ninth house for you of stillness in the mind and stillness with your philosophies and beliefs. The reason you need to stay still there long enough is to make sure that they're fortified and that you are morally aligned with this philosophy that is in the process of changing and mutating and creatively reaching a synthesis of maturation and maturity. This is a very private process for you. And what else I have for Mars and Pisces? The private process is actually so that this damn demon, you hear this demon? Oh, Cancer, you got. I'm telling you, I felt it already. A lot of demons right now for you are going to be in the mind and they're going to be in your nervous system. Okay?
But it's all focusing on the good things. Like if we were to focus just on the distraction, then well, like our energy is automatically there.
Yeah.
But instead, we just focus on like, okay, what is the message? What is the Cancer thing? What?
Yeah.
And then it changes. So for whatever distraction you're having or whatever thing that is bringing you out of your path, just don't focus on that. Focus on what you actually do want.
Right.
This was like a lesson when I was learning how to ride a motorcycle. My teacher told me never focus on the how do you call
the
it?
hills?
No,
the dips, the road bumps.
Yeah, never focus on the holes. Yeah,
potholes.
Never focus on the potholes. Put your focus a little bit to the right where you actually want to go.
Yeah.
And it's like if you focus on the pothole, I assure you, you're gonna fall right down there.
Yeah.
So focus on the road. Focus on the path that you actually want to walk.
No, it makes a lot of sense. And so, you know, when I look at this for you, Cancer, being optimistic with that output, and being optimistic with the ways in which you've created a tremendous sense of self-sufficiency, especially through art, and the ways you find inner peace through art, the ways you find inner peace through when you go outside to go to a museum, to go to a park, to go somewhere where, in this time frame, where you're able to more naturally channel what is the karmic career that I'm working towards. Okay, what's the karmic image that I'm working towards? How do I embody that in private? so that when I step out in public, there's nothing to fear. There's only a beautifully bright and brilliant image to produce, which didn't get produced outside in public. And this is what I feel Saturn is teaching you. You know, one of your 7th to 8th house rulers is like, you know, you don't do well when you're doing things for other people only based off of them being the source of that energy, right? And that's the key, only them being the source of the energy. Not that you can't support and nurture people and be empathetic, but can you do that and still maintain your sense of self-worth and your sense of self-appreciation? And focus, again, not only on the imagination of what could go wrong, but all of the things that could and will go right with that mindset. So that's what I have for you, Cancer.
For you, I have the World, which, if you know Tarot, is practically one of the best cards that you can get because it marks the end of the road. You have enough confidence to go out. You have enough trust that every step that you take is going to be the good one, like the best one, the best decision that you can make. And I think that is a lot of what you're retreating for. Just to, because you know it, like you already know that you know it. So it's getting out of the comfort zone, but with this confidence that everything that you do right now, it's aligned. Everything that you do right now, you already spent your time doing your dues, thinking about what you want, how do you want to get it, with who do you want to get it. And so it is just about getting that trust out of the comfort zone and walking through the path.
Because your retreat is actually a climb, and that's what I have. Whether you realize it or not, the deeper you go into yourself and find inner peace, it's actually externally a climb. You're ascending. You're in an ascension process right now, even if you can't visually see that. So I move on to Mr. Leo, and I say, allow me to reintroduce myself. Why can't I touch that? They won't let me. They're being funky. Okay, here we go. Leo, allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is... Okay, here we go. So, Leo, 8th house. I had to get the music going because I felt like energy was in this like stuck place, and I was like, okay, let's open this up, Leo. And when I think about 8th house is your inner light, right? It's your inner light that you discover through these deep internal traumas. So Mars and Pisces is having you actually use that sexual energy right now in your intimate relationships in new ways. This is tantric sex. This is you hear the bird singing on that one? I gotta repeat it because the bird was singing for you. This is tantric sex. This is a soul level connection with somebody important to you, somebody that you feel you powerful with. So think, Leo, who makes me feel more powerful? Who provides me a stable sense of like psychic knowing in the middle of the most crowded and foggy moments in my life, when I'm at my most delusional states, whether I'm a channeler or otherwise. Put some stock and gratitude into those people that make you feel more powerful, who make you feel psychically clear, who help walk you through the foggiest of moments. Mars in Pisces is a process that's helping you actually attain a deeper sense of internal peace, a deeper sense of retreat and recovery. You're in the process of rejuvenating right now. Now the question is, with this sexual energy, what are you rejuvenating in particular? And I'm getting your nervous system. You know, literally just resetting, taking risk on things before you actually sit and hermit on the benefits, on the potential improvements and enhancements, as well as how it calms your nervous system, using that sexual energy in a way that actually promotes more integrity in each one of your relationships within your client, with your clientele. And this, again, is a long-term solution. It's a long-term process, working toward the dream, toward the status, toward the success, Leo. So that's something not to forget, but understand that this is a dive in deeper, get cleaner, literally clean up your own internal space, clean up what you once viewed as traumatic, and realize that it's a very soft and gentle time. This doesn't have to be this is not a hard fighting time the way I look at it. This is a time where, yes, some of these things that come up, they may feel like that, but you're going to realize this is retroactive fear that is in the process of rising. And it's not rising, it's actually dissipating. So what do you have for us?
So for you, I have the Justice card in reverse. Show it to you upright. just for your amusement. And, but yeah, it is about just be careful who you're merging with. Be careful who you're surrounding yourself with. This like it is transiting your 8th house, so it is a lot of deep connections, not superficial connections. And this card, what it's telling me is that a lot of the results that you get are gonna probably be unfair or unwarranted, or at least that's how you perceive them. So this is why the warning is here of like who you're merging with, who you're sharing your sexual energy with, because the exchange might not be fair for you. So just think about it. Again, we have a lot of this Aries energy in the sky to just like go forward and these bursts of energy that we're experimenting. So just be wary, like be understand ahead of time what do you want to do, who you want to do it with. So when the actual moment of action comes, just you can be sure of it, and it's not. It doesn't catch you like in the act of like, oh, shit, where do I go now? What do I do? And make a decision at the moment.
Yeah, Leo, I had to write that down. Go where you're appreciated, and that's a key. Like,
I mean, you're gonna know immediately. It's
go where you're appreciated. You know, you. Not everybody is happy of your efforts, and you're starting to cut away from being in relationships that don't actually appreciate you openly, make you feel strong, make you feel stable, and support you in your own self-worth in ways that you may not necessarily support yourself. So the exchange is never fair. Let me wait for my sign though. I get it. Okay, let's talk about it.
Yeah, like
let's
why has it never been fair? Like,
oh, that's a good question. Why has it never been fair?
Because I have this knowledge too. This phrase of like, if something never is something, then the common denominator is you.
Okay, here we go. So, I'm feeling it, man. The music is rolling. It's flowing through me today. It's like I feel like I just. Okay, Virgo. So here's what we got going on for you. Where are you at?
7th house.
True. 6th house. 6th house.
No, Virgo.
Oh, my bad. Mercury retrograde. Can you tell my Mercury's in Aries? It's been getting a little funky lately.
Oh, hey, Aquarius. Thank you.
Hey, favorite astro couple. What up? What it do? How many astro couples do you know? Okay, Virgo. Here we go. Earth sign, 7th house, the shadow self, right? You're the shadow of Pisces. So that's one of the steps that I'm like, Okay. 8th house, 3rd house, 5th house, 6th house. So,
I just feel all that energy.
Yeah.
You hear some things, but I feel the actual body.
I'm telling you, I feel like I might need some tarot support up front because something is like it's underneath the surface, but it's not trying to.
Yeah, there's deception, Virgo. I love my Virgos though. That just shows that opposites attract because I'm a Pisces. So, okay, for Virgo, we have 2 cards. Like, this is funny. I feel like it almost never happens. And now we have like the 3 set and then this 2 set. But okay, we have the Star on reverse and the 9 of Wands upright. So yeah, here's the Star and here's, what did I say? The 9 of Wands.
Upright.
So the 9 of Wands is about defending what's yours. Like you just be ready. It is, after all, Aries season, battle season. And if you know you're in the right, if you already know what you want, don't let anybody go about and snatch it from you. It is a battle season, so just charge up yourself. The Star card in reverse means like a loss of hope. So just find what charges you. Find what's your inspiration, what makes you smile, and I also understand that this is a work that has to be preemptive. So when you're actually enjoying something, like write that down. For me, that has been a great exercise of when I understand that I love doing something, then just write it down. Like, I am grateful that I am able to sing. I am grateful that I am able to do these lives. I'm grateful that I'm with my partner. I'm grateful that I can go to the park. So all of the things, whatever it is for you, make sure to write that down and understand what are those things that are sacred to you, that make you smile, and then be ready to defend that and to go back to those when you feel like you're lacking hope, when you feel like you don't want to get up, when you feel that you don't want to do something, because that's what's going to fuel you in order to defend what is yours, to defend your own happiness.
Yeah, so thank you. You brought me back. Virgo, it comes back to that gratitude place, and to stop doing things that actually take away your peace, to stop doing things that bring you outside of your harmony. Okay. And again, this is the kind of energy where you might find other people that are significant in your life. I'm not even going to say in every situation you're deeply merged with them, but in certain situations you are deeply merged with them. So this is actually about social values that you may have around harmony, around empathy, around sticking with somebody else through the mud, that actually is starting to take a toll on your own inner sense of hope that you have in your life, in your projects, with your own passions. And it's like, do you know your own passions, or are they so right now focused on the other person that you understand their passions, but you haven't done enough work collecting information and learning different skills, a variety of them, with your own passions? And that's what it means right now for this transit Mars and Pisces, to step you back into what? Integrity. Integrity with the self, and being dependent on yourself, while still realizing that you do love to serve other people, but you can better serve them in a more hopeful manner, in a more gracious way, when you support yourself. So Virgo, you're a sign, I feel, of extreme grace. Your beauty is just ungodly, like literally, like
I just got the she's beauty and she's grace.
she's beauty and she's grace.
It's from Miss Congeniality. Like,
oh, I just want to hear you sing that beautiful voice. Give me that beautiful voice. That's all I want.
I don't even know the exact tune.
That's it. Give me that one line. Give me that one line. Come on, let the Virgos feel that love. Come on.
Okay. She's beauty and she's grace. She's Miss United States.
That's it.
Like, it's just Miss Congeniality, but you said like straight up those two words, and I was like,
I'm digging it. No, I'm digging it. I'm digging it. So Virgo, hear that and see your beauty.
oh, Elijah.
I'm gonna see what he said. Right? I forgot Eileen can sing. Yeah, she can sing. Yo, she been killing it in Guadalajara. Don't let her. I know y'all don't always see her, but don't sleep on her. She been killing it in real life. IRL. I learned that from the kids. So Virgo, it's a time to understand and see your beauty, and really, I'm getting reconstruct your own sense of appreciation, how you appreciate your own beauty, how you appreciate your own talents, how you appreciate your own inner light, and realizing that your inner light is unmatched, is untouched. And the key I'm getting with you right now is to focus on service, not servitude. And there's a difference between servitude. Like, don't get so caught up in the obligation of making sure that everybody else is taken care of that you're not. And so Pisces wants, in this time frame, to help you cut away from taking care of other people more than you work on your own internal madness, more than you clean up your own internal chaos. So as you do that, Virgo, you're going to find yourself in a place feeling light, bright, brilliant, and tremendously expressive. There's a time frame where it's actually time to speak up with your voice, but from your heart. And that's what I have for you, Virgo. You're beautiful. You're beautiful. You're beautiful. It's true.
And it's also a good time to remember that you have 67% off with any reading for Mr. AstroShaman Pernell Poppy, only for a limited time.
I was still drinking water.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it starts up, like I said, it's going to open tomorrow. And then from the 8th to the 14th, any bookings that happen during that time frame, at the 14th, I'm taking it down. So it's not even on my website yet. It will be there tomorrow. And it's going to be there from tomorrow through the Aries eclipse, all right, up to the April 14th, my birthday. I'm excited. And then it's gone. Okay, so
Yeah.
it's a flash sale for the eclipse.
Do they have to be in the email list?
You do got to be in the email
right.
list. So that's why if you look at the top, it's pinned in the comments. You got to be on the email list to get it. Okay. It's true. Life Path 1. What up, gang? Okay, so where's my timestamp for who I got? Libra?
Libra.
Okay, here we go. Libra, another one of the most beautiful signs.
Like I've been getting along with a lot of Libras lately. I'm happy to report that they are sweeter than I thought. No, I hate you.
Gotcha. That's Pisces for you. Having the unexpected take you off your feet. And that is what sometimes we need, that tidal wave. So Libra, that's what I have for you, step 1. Sometimes you're going to need that tidal wave of family to help take you off your feet. And so for me, I'm looking at this from a numerological standpoint, less about the 6th house, more of like the number 6 in numerology right now. It's just like family values are something that means so much to you. And so I feel like this kind of goes a little bit back into Virgo because a lot of Virgos have Libra, right? But for you right now, this is Libra. So y'all may be merging and fusing, but your sexual energy, okay, is being put towards, oh, look at that. Wow, I said family values. And your ruler of Mars is the 2nd and 7th house. So this is their social values and the physical, earthly values that you've learned and gained from the foundation, aka the family that before they built a family, before there was even a condition and it was just a ground. And then when they built the family up, and then the way in which y'all talk, the way in which you relate to each other, and the way in which you maintain harmony, or you fall into a sense of dependency. So Libra, the key thing with this is right now, start getting rid of some of the thoughts that are holding you and tying you down and basically keeping you in a program, in the matrix of this is what it means to be, and then you kind of start filling in the blanks. So if you start redirecting that sexual energy, Libra, towards, of course, look, Saturn is your 4th house and 3rd house. Okay, if you start redirecting that sexual energy towards your own healing, towards your own meditative practices, towards your own forms of retreat with music, art, and the museums, looking at sculptures, taking time to really just restructure how you approach, live, act, behave, and move in society. This is going through a tremendous slice and dice process. And what was is not what will be coming up for you. You're going through change because 6th house is a mutable house of change, changing of the habits, changing of your thoughts, changing of the patterns that you repeat in your behaviors, 222, changing of how you connect with other people and the reasons for why you connect with them, getting rid of the things that are honestly unnecessary, starting to clean up the chaos. Libra, this is a permanent healing that I feel like you should try not to miss. Okay, this is karmically speaking a beautiful time for you to actually rewrite your Akashic records. So I feel like I'm gonna have her drop her Akashic record link for Libras out there. Libras, I feel like you're one right now where you have a very rare time to rewrite your Akashic records, and that's not my world. That's not what you come book with me. Even though it's 7% off, you book with her in this instance because that's her world, that's her space. And I know that for me myself, I've had certain Akashic records rewritten. And when that happened, I noticed I was in a position where I was able to start from a fresh, clean slate. And the 6th house is about cleansing your insides. It's about cleansing the worries and cleansing the fears, getting them out of your mind. And finally, to stop getting, I'm getting the octopus image, to stop getting into sticky and slippery situations because you don't set boundaries. And that's one of the major beautiful things that Virgo or the 6th house is able to provide. Boundaries within the family dynamics, to finally say, no, mom, to finally say, I can't go, auntie, to finally say, it's not my time, bro, to finally say, whatever you need to say, generally start with a no. And when you start saying no more, you'll find that your yes will be more powerful. When you do say yes, you'll find your yes will be more respected. Because the 6th house is a house of where we are deeply respected or deeply disrespected. So for you, it's up to you to decide within that family dynamic, within the conditions, Which one do you want to be a part of? Do you want to be a part of respect or disrespect? And I'm going to end on respect.
What you mean?
Baby, I got it. Okay, here we go. Scorpio.
Wait.
What's up?
For Libra,
Oh, I'm sorry, Libra.
I have the Three of Wands. Yeah, sorry, let's discombobulate it a little bit. So as you can see, I love these cards. There, it is about decision making, like, but looking from afar. Like, this is a time to have a look at the bigger picture and understand exactly what are the steps that you're gonna take to move forward. But also, like, stay in stillness a little bit, like, to understand. I feel like all of what he said about looking at going to the museums, like soaking up with all of this beauty, all of this art, getting the inspiration, that is a part of the big picture. It is not all about work, or like manifest. Like, first, allow yourself to educate you, let life surprise you. Like, maybe you're up to go someplace that you haven't even thought about. Like, maybe it is about a path that is unknown to you, like right now in this moment. So you just need to take in the unknown and walk differently, do something different. Like, just allow yourself to be surprised.
Yeah.
And that is what is gonna help you to move forward in the next steps.
Facts. Do something different. Change up that routine. Higher authority saves you all day, every day. Yeah, and so I feel like I haven't made much mention about this, and maybe I should have earlier. Look at the title, and that's a lot of what everything is about for all signs. Unresolved karma, especially with authority, all right? Cutting through of who are the authorities in your life. And I feel like I kind of really forgot and slipped on that, but, that's that, okay? See you upset with your Libra sister. Can I get to Scorpio?
You don't know?
I don't know.
Oh,
I see it. Okay, love that for the Virgos. Gang. So, okay, when I look at it,
you're already Scorpio,
I got Scorpio, yeah. Fifth house Scorpio. Your unresolved karma, if you have children, you realize that children are one of the largest form of paying back your karmic debts that one could ever have. So for all my Scorpios that actually have kids, that's you. Now, for those Scorpios who don't have kids, you're still in the process of cutting through unresolved karma with your inner child. So I know, like, for me, myself, what am I? A Scorpio rising.
Yeah, but it's been, no, I feel
it's been an inner child.
It's been an inner child healing.
Yeah, inner child healing, understanding what's unresolved with my karma, with my inner child. And I've been noticing that my inner child has become stronger. Like, even, Pisces is about the dreams and the dream space. So Mars and Pisces allows you to fight on that dream space for these people. And I know, like, last night, for example, like, there was a gunshot wound that went through my belly, right? And when you really look at the interpretation of that, I understand that there was a part of me that killed off the family, that stops the inner child from full expression, that keeps it in a place where all of the wisdom is trapped. So, Scorpio, this is really what I have for you, where it's like, really pay attention to your dream space, understanding right now, for you, they're giving you a channel to express yourself, not only just more creatively, but more courageously, like what I just said in a moment. And you're able to do that, Scorpio, because of your ability to sit in the intensity of your true feelings. And so I didn't even tell her that today, for example. Like, I knew what my dream was, but I took the time to actually understand what was this dream trying to tell me. And specifically, it was telling me that there are specific Jamaican roots literally on that particular side of my family ethnicity that was in the process of expression, and as well as letting go of certain more violent narratives. If you look at it, it's one of the most dangerous and violent places in the world. I think it was considered the murder capital of the world. And so not many people may know that, but the reality is, the fact is, it's always top 1 to top 5 murder capitals in the world. And that is in my ancestry. And so Scorpio, for example, you're one of the people, right, who can deal with violence, who can deal with trauma. And Pisces is saying, look, unresolved karma on your inner child, on the ways in which you create projects, or the ways in which you are afraid and you shy away from art. Notice that I had to come in here and just get my drum, not even caring like what it sounds like today. I've had so many times where I know, like, fifth house is about expressing yourself without caring what other people say, but caring about how it makes you feel inside yourself, right? that's the key with the 5th house. It's like, I'm just going to play. And when I look at it, if I try to start thinking rather than feeling like 5th house wants, I would think, man, I've had so many times where I played this exact little xylophone and it just sounded amazing. I'd be by myself like, and I'm like, wow, it was amazing. And then I look and I listen to it today and I'm like, you know what? It still feels, I'm still playing what I feel, but it doesn't feel polished for the internet. 5th house doesn't care about that. So Mars cutting through, conjuncting Saturn. Saturn cares about what the public thinks. It cares. And it is the parents putting that inner child down for the ways in which they were afraid to express themselves. They were afraid to play music or instruments and explore their different forms and varieties of creative expression. So this is what I have for you, Scorpio. This is the key thing that Mars is helping you cut through. And I feel like I'm going to give it to her. What you got?
Yeah, well, for you, I have the King of Pentacles, which is about sharing and being generous with your family, with your friends, with whomever. But specifically for this message, I feel like you should be generous to yourself, to your own inner child. Like it is about all the...
They say you're so pretty.
Oh, thank you. And you're like, kisses.
Kisses.
Yes.
Where am I? I'm lost in the void of love.
Yeah, so hey everybody, I see new people pulling in.
What up, fam?
Yeah, we're in Scorpio.
Yeah,
right?
Look at that. Pisces all lost. I'm sorry.
Yeah, so we're in Scorpio and we're talking about inner child. A lot of these dreams that people have been having. Like I have Scorpio placements too, and I've been feeling it. Like dreams have just been wild, but they are just showing me honestly how much I've grown. Because it's not just all about battle right now. It's also about understanding how much everything has changed. And I feel for the people too. And Scorpio, like it's so easy to just obsess about something and just like be focused on the revenge and be focused on like these people wronged me. And right now it's not about that. It is about focusing on the good things that you have to give to the world, but specifically to your own self. So it is a lot of healing, like whatever this authority figure didn't give you, because it could be a parent, it could be a teacher, it could be a bigger brother or a sibling. It's about what they couldn't give to ourselves when we were a child. Now we can give to our children. So was it a hug? Just take the hand and just hug yourself. Was it like, appreciation? So give words of appreciation to yourself today. Recognition, like again, like recognize, okay, this teacher told me that I was never gonna be able to sing. And right now I'm here killing it in Guadalajara. So what's up?
Killing it. What up, mofo?
Yeah, so it is about all of this positive energy and going again to ourselves.
Came in at the right time. Hug yourself. I want everybody on this live right now. Let the collective energy speak for itself and just hug yourself. Like just and then smile as if you're getting that thing you didn't get. Okay, smile for the ways in which you're able to express yourself, no matter who told you not to. Okay, it's time to speak your truth, to use your voice, to be honest with yourself, to be authentic with your knowing, to be authentic with your expression. All right, and it's just that simple. And just let it out. Okay, Scorpio? Let it out, everybody. I went to sleep last night. Late. Yo, what? I've been going to sleep late as hell. I went to bed for the first time, 2 in the morning, like 2 nights ago, for the first time in like a decade. Yes, I appreciate that. We had to save it for today.
Yeah.
We wanted to do this yesterday, and then life was like, yo, we tired. Like, literally, I swear to God, we were like,
tired,
in bed all day.
Yeah.
Didn't move. I don't ever order food. I ordered food out all day. I was like, Uber, bring me something. I'm hungry. Yo, you bring me something too. I'm hungry. And I just went from bed to food to bed to food. And I got to do some stretching today because I got my body tight. My body tight now. So shout out to y'all. Shout out to one of our members. All right. I am Scorpio Queen. I appreciate you for being a member here. So big love to you.
Are you gonna find it?
I don't know. I love y'all for putting all these comments in and these thumbs up on this video.
There you go.
The joy is contagious. Okay. I've been going to bed at 4 a.m. Wow. Yeah, nah. You hurt my soul when you said that. I'm like, take my strong hand. Let me help you. Okay, here we go. Sag, 4th house. Okay. I think this is a good house for you, Sagittarius. I really do. I feel like this conjunction for you is going to be tremendous. The time that you take in private, whether you know it or not, is going to help you break away from the definition of success that was built before you were even alive. And Sag, this is something where you've collected a lot of thoughts in your early childhood learning from the parents about what it means to rest, what it means to recover, what it means to rejuvenate, what it means to accept that your private time, your private doings, your private knowing, your private research, your privacy of your imagination, everything like this, you're starting to really kind of break and cut away from it in a way that is bringing you a tremendous level of explosive confidence. As I see here, is that true? Yup. Explosive level of confidence, and actually kind of like Libra, in the process of rewriting how you relate to your inner youth, to the youthful expression of divinity, right? Like being able to talk about the stars and aliens like a child, being able to speak about, theories of magic and the evolution of consciousness like a child, in a way where it really doesn't make any sense to the adult, but only because the adult has forgot how to be a child. The adult has forgot how to embrace their youth, have forgot how to accept and honor their imagination. Sagittarius, this is a time to honor your imagination. And you're going to be able to do that by honestly stepping away and cutting away from a lot of different forms of high moralistic grounds that your parents took on you. Okay, your parents had a boom, this is what it means to be moral, this is my philosophy. You collected that information, you start thinking about money in the way that they thought money was the forms of success, and it did a little bit of non-linear skips in what's true and actually emotionally fulfilling for you. And during this time when you step away, you're going to find a deeper sense of emotional fulfillment, gratitude, rest, recovery, and it's going to happen in new ways. So if your parents or somebody that felt like, you got to work 60 hours a week, you might be like, look, I need to only put in 25. And not only that, but I feel like I want to do it in this area of life because this is what makes me feel alive, vital, radiant, and ready to take more ventures abroad. So whether you know it or not, you taking your private time and getting on a plane to go somewhere far, I think you do know that. I forgot you were a Sagittarius. But go outside the borders and boundaries. And especially in your meditations, I want you to wear something grounding like tourmaline, obsidian, hematite. Wear something that is heavy and grounding. And your next meditation, I want you to go further than you've ever gone before. When you're in your meditation deep, I want you to envision a portal opening, okay, beneath the waves of the ocean. And then I want you to step through that portal, and whatever it takes you and whatever your imagination imagines, I want you to go ahead and just embrace it with a smile. And then I guarantee you that when you come back with whatever they give you, there's a treasure that's waiting for you. That's what they told me, at least. Come back with that treasure. I want you to visualize yourself coming back with that treasure. And she got something for you.
So for you, I have the Two of Pentacles, which could be that right now you're trying to juggle with a lot of things. So this is a time to create beautiful things, but it's also like understanding that you don't have to do everything at once, and you don't have to do everything yourself. So whatever it is that you need to change, that you need to let go, that you need to surrender, now is the time to do so. I feel like going into this deep meditation is also going to show you what are the things that you actually want to go for right now. Because it doesn't mean that whatever you surrender is like lost forever, right? It means that you can go back to that when you're ready, when you finish this project that you want to do, whatever it is. So yeah, I feel like that's very straightforward.
Yeah, yeah. Do that meditation. Go through that portal. That's all I know. Everything else, what she said. All right, here we go. Boom, boom, boom. I saw somebody say they've been struggling with money. One of the best things that you could do if you have struggles with money, don't go outside of what you can't give, but give it. Right? That's the first key. First, I started off with don't go outside what you can't give, but then give it. Get it and give it. But the thing is, give it in an area of life that you also want to grow. Like, don't be completely silly. Be intentional. All right. So if you want to grow as a singer, donate to kids and children who are singing. Like, get them a microphone as a gift or something like that. Where you don't have to give the money itself, but maybe you give them a microphone so that they can sing. All right.
Giving out classes. Like,
give a class.
Like it doesn't have to be something.
It doesn't have to be physical money.
Yeah,
no.
Yeah.
So it's like boom. You could give a singing class.
Right.
I'm using singing in the moment, but give something, and life will then pour that back into you. All right. It works every time. So Capricorn, here we go. Pisces in your third house, the house of society, learned behaviors, language, that's speaking body language and otherwise. Now for you, I'm getting okay, it's a little warmer, it's a little heavier. Okay, let's go to the report. Let's check the report and what this is for Capricorn. This earth sign. I'm getting angelic messages. I knew they were telling me angel messages anyways. Okay. They told me that step one, start taking more actions, Capricorn, to cut away from society's understanding about angels, about the church, about religion, and actually look at what cosmic forces are speaking to you and through animals, through plants and trees, all forms of nature, all forms of living things, okay? And understand that what they're saying actually right now does not need to be logical, but it needs to be heard. And then I find that for you, Mars and Pisces wants you to then write down these illogical things, and then you'll realize that the logical message will then be clarified. So, like I said, for example, like the dreams, like if you heard through the dreams, okay, boom, I got a gunshot wound through my stomach. Don't look at that so literal as I'm in danger. Look at that as the stomach represents. Write it down, and then, oh, the stomach represents family, the stomach represents Cancer. Okay, I'm a Capricorn, Cancer is the opposite of me. So what's the shadow? Okay, if I'm the light, what's the shadow trying to communicate? Because third house is the house of communication. And I'm telling you, like right now, Capricorn, what I'm also getting is the efforts and actions that you're taking with your own sexual energy. You have the opportunity to work through this unresolved karma in a way where all of these authority figures in your life are not who you truly are. They're not how you're reactive, how you're reacting. Okay? Take the time to start being more proactive in the way in which you express yourself, you express your magic, you express your divinity, as well as you express your values. So you may have had an authority figure telling you what values are and was very controlling on those values, which made you such a workhorse. But in all sincerity, what I'm getting now is it's time to start listening to something that you think. And what you think is actually what the angels are saying. It's your divine support, your cosmic team. They have a language and ways they communicate with you. And they're saying right now, put your feet in the dirt. And they want you to also play with your hands in the dirt and mud, especially mud. They were like, play with mud. So if you don't have mud, pour some water in the dirt in your backyard or in any yard and create mud. And then sculpt something. And realize that doesn't matter what you make, whether it's a heart, whether you write your name, that doesn't matter right now as much as by allowing yourself to play like this in the dirt, in the mud, whether you realize it or not, you're going to reshape your foundation away and separate it from the authority and actually finding ways to resolve your karma. But go ahead. Hey, pass me the money.
Love it. So for you, I have the Queen of Wands in reverse. Show it up, right? And it is about breaking free of authority to actually being safe to express yourself. So I guess it just comes around again to this finishing with the old karma that was setting you back. Like, what are the ways that you couldn't be expressed before, and now that you actually can do it? I read somewhere that the shy people, like the people who are shy right now, are actually kids that were actually super expressive, but they keep being telling to be shut.
Shut up.
So if you feel that you are shy or that you're introverted, like just go back to the root and understand if that is actually your personality or if it might be coming from some wounded place. And again, all of these wounded spaces are meant to be healed. And again, for the long run, it is a Pisces, so it is healed like forever. You know, so if you finish a karma, we release the guilt from this authority because it's not looking at like, oh, you're the root. You told me to be quiet, then I'm gonna have this revenge and I'm gonna plot something and I'm gonna be hateful forever. It's like, no. It has nothing to do with that. It is more about releasing that, surrendering, understand that they didn't come from a place of harm, and even if they did, it is not our place to be hateful or spiteful to that expression. Just be grateful that you found out now and that you're able to heal that.
Yeah. You have all the skill sets innate within you. At this point now, it's about getting rid of some of the external thoughts and ideas that your society has been placing on you. All right, and then you're gonna be good, Kat. Like, you're gonna be good. What we got for Aquarius?
It was there.
For somebody who said they had the panther as an animal, it's about destruction, by the way. It's about taking rid of everything that's not necessary. And as for the hawk, this is an element of air and fire coming together. So the most I have, you have the precise vision with your intuition if you allow it. Okay, so Aquarius. Second house. Your natural talents and abilities are coming through. Aquarius. My point behind that was be weird.
As if you had to tell it to Aquarius. Like.
But you do, and this is the thing that I'm getting with you right now, Aqua, is I feel people do need to tell you to be weird because you are naturally weird and awkward. The reality is you don't let that show ever. And it gets very lonely. Like, there's a point where it's like, okay, because you're naturally weird, you're going to be alone. And then there's the other side of you that you're also just alone now because you're keeping it that way, right? Like, somewhere along the way, you can let those natural talents show, all right? Like, this is the kind of energy where, who that? Okay, somebody, look at that. I got Mexicans texting me nowadays that I don't know who they are. That's awesome. Okay, Aquarius, so you have these natural talents, you have these natural abilities, and the reality is they've always been cosmic by nature. They've always been extraterrestrial and futuristic. And as a part of that, it's hard to actually be that and show that natural talent because you do care about what people think as much as you don't want. And as a part of that, it deters you away from being that alien in real life. So it's like to be that person in your own privacy and be weird when no one knows. That's one thing, and that's great. Good for you. It's a great self-worth and building exercise to practice that. But to allow others to see that, like a 70-year-old woman who takes fart walks and hashtags it as an old woman, that
Maybe
is
they
very
need
different.
context.
You see what I'm saying? They don't need context because that's unheard of, right? You've never heard of a 70-year-old woman saying hashtag fart walk after you eat food. You haven't heard that. And food is second house, right? And the thing is, when you're 70 years old, you don't care. But when you're 25-year-old Aquarius, you're like, I'm not trying to hashtag fart walk. Even if that's an idea you uniquely were given by God and you came up with it, you're like, nah, kids picked on me in high school for being this weird. And low-key, I became a silent, reformed bully, but still a bully in a way that is so over-the-top intellectual that they don't even understand I'm bullying them. And that's what I mean where being private and hiding your natural talents and abilities, and then find a way to resolve this karma with the authorities who have pinned that natural innate ability down. Okay? And so that's step one that I have for you. Pisces is helping you heal that. All right? And to start expressing that and cut away from the parts of your titles and your identities of I'm an executive officer, I'm a chief engineer specialist, all that stuff. It's time to actually change your mind about how you allow these things to tie you down, because this is about authority figures getting cut away and resolving our trauma. And so Saturn is asking you to essentially rebuild your faith in your own natural talents and abilities. Rebuild your moral structures to say, morally thinking and feeling this fart walk hashtag is incredible, right? Like, I'm the one, but I'm going to let go of being the one and not attached to that so that I can share it, realizing that any judgment that comes to me, they're not judging me, they're judging the future. They're not judging me, they're judging God. They're not judging me, they're judging my angelic support. And God, angelic support, and whoever else I said, they don't care about judgment. That's a human, futile discrepancy against your self-worth. But their self-worth is not dependent on it. It never has been. And that's actually when you can express yourself in the most special of ways. So that's what I have for you. Aqua. Scratch your titties on alive. You ain't see that happen yet.
He's still struggling to be a human too.
Yeah.
Yeah. So for you, I have the Three of Pentacles upright. And it is all about coming back and understanding your skill set. Like you have a lot of experiences, you've had a lot of skills. And as you said, things that might have been weird and you just like gave up on them because they are weird. Like, no, right now is the time to just come back to that and see how that can be useful in the future. Like, or more like right now, like close future, not long-term future. And understanding that you do have a lot of things that make yourself unique and make yourself special for some kinds of works. And again, we still have this Mars-Saturn conjunction. So it is the time to use that skill set, to put it into action, to harness Saturn's limitations, to understand where that focus needs to be put on, and then just to like run wild and do whatever it is that like you just don't go hashtagging far walking just because, but with an actual purpose and understanding that it is for a long-term goal. So set your goal today. What are your manifestations? I feel like you can specifically go like 6 months from today and just see where the life takes you in these 6 months. Like it is a full cycle. You're I'm sorry, I just saw that.
Yo, we gotta Aquarius came on, all the weird stuff. It's like, it's time for a shower. I got that spiritual stench on me.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah. So that's it for you, Aqua. Take your far walking, take your feet sniffing into a whole other level. Like, hey, maybe you can profit on that and be like, hey, does your how is this called?
You want to make a profit on armpit smell?
Yeah, like, hey, you can understand, like, if you have a very strong armpit smell, like, there might be something wrong with you, and you might want to take a look at your health. Like, I don't know, this is just like a wild guess of how something super weird can actually be set into a long-term goal that is going to bring you some kind of rewarding afterwards.
What's that stuff? The astringent, the stuff, the Mexican stuff, the crystal for the armpit. What's that called?
I forgot.
Is it with an A? Alumbre.
Alumbre, piedra de alumbre.
Piedra de alumbre. Okay, I got a genius $1 billion idea for you. Okay, I've actually already thought about this, but I'm too lazy. So I'm gonna give it to you, free game. All right. Find a rock called a lumbre, put it in the liquid form. Okay, I'll type it out for you, and then drop in some lemon oil. All right, lemon oil and eucalyptus. You'll make billions selling that as the new fresh deodorant that is all natural. 3 ingredients, billions. All you gotta do is bottle it. All right. So
I type it down. I don't know the English translation. Like it might have some.
I do have
name,
some
but...
right now. I didn't use it today. That's why my armpit stank. Pisces. Okay, here we go.
I got stuck too. Like I don't know what's kind of going on.
All right, hit that thumbs up and that likes button, baby.
I'll give it to you. I don't think I put it in there.
11 wants to give you a cookie.
I want a cookie. I want a cookie.
I do want a cookie.
I'm hungry.
I am hungry. All right, Pisces.
The best sign of all.
Your English is better than mine.
No.
No, she's talking. She said that to you.
Oh.
I don't know where you're from,
Okay.
but yeah, she's been trained.
I've been practicing.
She's been trained in the secret arts of English.
The secret.
Yeah, they got Mexican cults out here, and they have like integrated spies. I'm gonna leave the rest alone before they snatch me up. Okay, here we go. Pisces. Echo is where are you from? I'm curious. Everybody hit the thumbs up and the likes button. Pisces, you're going through the first house. Okay, you're the one.
You're the one, Pisces.
So I've been seeing this for Pisces already. Like, you know, on a step 1, you're literally changing your entire identity. Like you're missing the bucket right now. And it may seem random, but it's divine in nature, okay? It's a non-linear process of you becoming you becoming yourself. So this is a time frame, Pisces, where if you get the random spark and inspiration to cut your hair, to put a scarf on your neck in ways that you never have, you'll start understanding that by being uniquely yourself, you'll begin to get those compliments that do pour more confidence into you, in ways that are actually unexpected. You just following your instinct. So for you, Mars and Pisces, it really does want you to experiment on. Whoa, excuse me. Yeah, I just gasped.
Hashtag fart YouTubing.
Hashtag fart walk YouTube. Yeah, I guess I feel like somebody channeled through me. That just cleared the pipes out. I was like, whoa, where did that come from? Surprise. Excuse me. We went through Aquarius and it just got weird and it just stayed that way. So Mars, Pisces, clothes. Experiment with your clothes. Like
he does that.
Even if you don't wear new clothes. Why you looked at her like she farted?
He does that.
Because in my soul, I understand that she's a Pisces, and I said something that became consciously aware to her, and it channeled through my body. That's why I looked at her. I wasn't going to share that, but since you laughed so hard, I guess I will. Since
Tell
Elijah,
the people.
Since Elijah wanted to point it out, right? And this is kind of what I mean, where let things happen non-linear in a way that actually is illogical, where it's like she was unwilling to fart when alive. It just wasn't happening. But I will. Okay, I will. And so Pisces, her being a Pisces right now, and me having my Mars and Pisces on my solar return, we're fighting people's battles. And I kind of spoke about that for Aries earlier. So I leave it alone. I step back into the Mars and Pisces. Honestly, experiment with your clothes, and what it's going to help you do is going to help you actually shift your philosophies and your beliefs, and they're going to be very different from your family. They're going to be very different from not just your family, but from your ancestry. And this is the ground up. This is, again, like somebody else I said, this is the stuff that happened before you were born. Okay, so you're literally cutting through an old identity and unresolved traumas that has to do with the identity itself, okay, and philosophies placed upon you from that time before birth. Now, the structures and the authorities that essentially are breaking away from you, you've had, again, your ancestry told you what a big hope and dream would look like. They told you what your career would look like. And whether you realize it or not, they pass it down along the line of, hey, all of the women, we want you to separate and become cooks in the family. Or all the women want you to become engineers. So this has been something that has silently been a background habit that has been instilled into you. And does it bring you inner peace? Probably not. If you're a Pisces in this area, you're realizing some of these unresolved traumas, it's not bringing me it's not bringing me justice to my internal world. And that's what I want to say. Right now, you're in a process of bringing justice to your internal world and cutting away from the authorities that essentially stole that justice from you because they were very controlling on the outlook, the perspective, and the mental mastermind of who my child will be. So your parents had an image, a thought, a vision of who are my children going to be. And Pisces are in a process of really letting that go, really breaking through the unresolved karma. They're rewriting their identity, especially even in the dream space, okay, in the astral realm. So the thing is right now, you'll benefit tremendously by writing down what happens through your meditations on paper. And if not that, create a sculpture. Draw a picture about what happens in your dreams. Find yourself being more imaginative, because I don't think this is about physically writing rather than artistically recreating what happened in the dream, because they're giving you very clear indications of who you truly are, Pisces. Give me a high five.
So, for my fellow Pisces, I have I have the Seven of Swords, which is right on point of like, just make sure that everything that you're doing is aligned and that you're not just doing stuff because you were told to, because it is what is expected, because it is what your parents want for you. And again, we're dealing with a lot of authority figures right now. So just understanding that how much of the things that you're doing right now, you're doing because of that, and how much it is because you actually like them, because you actually want to do it. And like coming into what makes you happy. But
What?
Oh, that he wakes up from partying? Or?
No.
Jesus.
No, that was too funny, bro. What did he just say? I smelled it through the screen.
So it was him.
But that happens to me sometimes.
That was you, Elijah.
I be smelling things through different dimensions. Like the screen is one dimension, yeah. Like I said already, you know. But I'm sorry, that blew my mind. You know? That blew my mind. Go ahead.
I get it. But yeah, I was just saying, just make sure that you're in alignment. Like, what is your goal, and try not to get further away from it. Because even if something that you're doing right now contributes to your goal, but you're doing it for the wrong reasons, it's not gonna be long term. Like, be very wary, be very careful and specific with the energies that you use right now, how you're using them. And there is a big difference. Like, I'm gonna use myself as an example. If I sang just because I want appreciation, because I want people to clap at me, because I want recognition, it's not gonna work. But if I sing because I want to bring joy to the people, because I want everybody else to just relax, because I know that through my vibrations they are actually relaxing their bodies, then it is very different, right? So this is how the same action can be holding our karma differently depending on our motivation. Why are we doing this? Mm-hmm. And this is what the Seven of Swords is just warning us about. Even if we're doing the exact same thing, the why we do it is the most important part right now. And for Pisces, it is a lot of what you said, like the journaling, the art, the sculptures, the painting, the stand-up comedy, like all of this, it has to be done for the right reasons. And this is why perfection is not going to matter right now. as what happened with the symbol.
With the drums, yeah.
It's like, it doesn't matter that it's not perfect. What matters is what people take away from it right now. What I take away from it right now. Because again, Pisces in these signs, it is about helping others as much as we're helping ourselves too. It is not just about the other person. It is about healing ourselves, our inner child.
Yo, so I was feeling it. That was the last one. Would you mind? Is there a song that comes up to your heart that can bring inspiration, that can bring joy, that allows you to express but also heal the internet right now?
You know what's actually being on my head a lot?
Yeah.
You're funny.
I hope that really brought y'all some. I felt it in my heart. That was our last retreat, our intro message. I'm curious if we have. Oh, I'm the man. Check out where this came from. Yeah. So that was literally like more than a year ago we did that, and I just had to. That was what she just channeled. It sounded better now without the.
It sounded better.
Yeah, it sounded better now. So I love it. The dumplings is banging, bro. That's Jukino.
Yeah.
Jukino ramen out here.
Yeah, that ramen.
The best.
Best we've ever tried.
The best I've ever tried. Like amazing. So we are looking to do a retreat coming up 2024. All right. So we don't have enough information out other than we're looking to do an intimacy retreat. Okay. We are considering the fact that this isn't going to be cut off to just couples alone, but we are thinking maybe we put it to the point where you try to bring somebody.
Yeah, like in pairs, just
like
for the exercises.
Just for the exercises.
It doesn't have like it's not meant to be like sexual exercises or like intimate in that that kind of relationship or partnership. Mm-hmm. But it is easier to have like the pairs. So we're thinking of doing one or two things that you can bring, like a friend or a sibling or somebody that you want to bring with yourself, mm-hmm. or we having like a standby list, like kind of like what they do in the amusement parks where they have the single line, and when we have another pair, like you both can have a spot.
You're a pair with that person. Yeah. So again, like you don't have to be in a relationship with this.
No.
But we do find it's going to help us to merge with you and your pair, the masculine and the feminines. And I do find that you always match with the person that you're supposed to be with, even if you do come alone and come single. What up, Jamie? I appreciate y'all. Wow, look at that. I'm
so happy. I've had a lot of these comments lately, and I'm like, yay.
Yeah. Looking beautiful. She's beautiful. She's a Pisces going through her first house.
Jamie, I'm resting.
Jamie, literally, like the girls were just talking about you today, and they were like, we should just have a meetup. You know, not necessarily no retreat, just pull up. Pull up in the country. Be like, what up? I'm here. I'm on vacation. All right, where you at? On down the street. Pull up to Mexico, gang. All right, pull up for my birthday, gang. That'd be dope. All right, so that said, we did all signs. Check the timestamps. We're gonna put them out. Give us like 20 to 30 minutes. We did it. I think organized enough that we timestamped it.
Of course.
You were doing it.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, yeah. She's a genie. She did the woohoo. So we're gonna go ahead and get that out. And that's it, ladies and gentlemen. We'll see you all soon. That's all I have. The last thing I'll say is remember 67% off is happening for everybody, tomorrow, the day one I open it up, all my services is going to be 67% off for 1 week from April 8th, okay, to the, I don't think I did, to the 14th, birthday, gang. Nope, that's not it. But I have it right here. It's in the chat. It's already up at the top. So you'll find that. All right, we'll see you soon. Love you. Genie.